Okay, a couple of years ago I did a video on whether you could drive your Mercedes on regular fuel or you had to use premium. I always use premium. Every vehicle I have unfortunately has to use premium. Even the damn smart car has to use frickin' premium. And I've been asked the question, can you use an octane booster instead of premium fuel? I don't know, I don't think so. Last time I used octane boosters, I never really tested them. I just dumped them in the tank. That's back when I had a Volvo 850 Turbo, freaking great car. Volvo 740 Turbo Wagon, another wonderful car, and an 87 Volvo 740 Turbo Sedan. I wish I could get one of those cars again. They were great, but you know what I did back then? It was simple. I didn't want to run on premium all the time, and I wasn't driving the crap out of any of those cars. They had adjustable timing. You just turn the timing back a couple of degrees and never had to worry about knock because your timing was retarded manually. I manually retarded the timing, the base timing back a couple degrees, never worried about it, ran it on regular. When I was towing the boat, I would notch the timing back up a couple of degrees and use premium and never had a problem. But I ran all those cars on regular for hundreds of thousands of miles. But again, the key was I could manually adjust the timing on those cars back a couple of degrees and never have to worry about it. Newer cars, you can't do that. You can't adjust the distributor back there. Computer controlled, so they sense knock and then reduce the timing. But once the knock isn't sensed anymore, they increase the timing back up. So what I'm going to try today is I've taken the ML350. I'm waiting for it to warm up right now, and I've got a couple bottles of STP Octane Boost. Oh, nice bright sun. I've got 3 bottles of it. I've got half a tank of regular in the ML350. And I've run it for the past 2 weeks, putting nothing but regular in and driving like grandma. I haven't used any more than 1/4 throttle, and driving really gently just to make sure there's nothing but regular in this tank. So what I'm going to do is right outside my home on my street, we have a nice incline going up to the end of the street. So what I'm going to do is I've got my OBD hooked up where I can sense knock, and I've got the screen set up for 4 cylinders because I can only show 4 cylinders at a time on the screen. So I've got 4 cylinders showing, and we'll take a look at that when I hit the throttle. I'm just going to stop at the bottom of the hill, mat it, and we'll see how much knock there is. Then I'm going to dump a bottle. I've got half a tank of fuel right now. I'm going to dump a whole bottle. It treats up to, I think, 80 liters, but I'm just going to screw it and just dump a whole bottle in and drive a few miles over some bumps and some other stuff to try and mix it in, and then we'll run the same thing again, check the knock, and add another bottle. Now, what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Back in 1 second once I remember it. I'm going to have to, I'll show you the tank and everything. I'm just still waiting for the warm up. Oh, I do remember what I was going to say. Check the website, and what the website says, it increases octane from 2 to 5 points. Now you think, well, 2 to 5, that's not bad. It takes 87 to either 89 or maybe even 92. No. It takes it from 87 to 87.2 or 87.5. Their points of octane are, you know, tenths of a point. So we're going to test it. Anyway, again, waiting for the car to get up to temperature. It's just about there. And I just want the temperature even for all of the tests. And so when we come back, again, here's the OBD. I've got it set up, and you can see there is no knock at the moment. It's just idling. There's the last cylinder showing. And there's cylinder 4, 3, 6, and 2. And I think 1 is on the first page. Yeah. So, knock control module, is it active? No. See, even when I just rev it up, not really under load, the knock sensor kicks in. And we can watch knock. Again, I'm parked, no load on the engine, just giving it a bit of gas. Nothing. A little bit. But there's no load on the engine, so once I go up that hill, we'll see some knock, probably quite a bit. This is regular fuel. So we're just about warm right now, so we'll start this before I lose all the light. Okay, so there's an orange sign up ahead, a little bump sign. I'm gonna stop there. And I just I had to wait a few minutes because there's a lady riding her horse up here, so I didn't want to scare the crap out of the horse. So anyway, we're gonna stop at this construction sign. And I'm gonna punch it while you watch this. I'm just gonna basically, I'm in drive and I'm just gonna floor it. So you saw the initial knock go up, then the knock sensor kick in, retarded the timing drastically, and it went down to 0. I'm also gonna say this car has driven like crap for the last week with regular fuel, and it has not been driving well, and my fuel economy is sitting at 20, which it's usually around 22, 20, yeah, a little around 22. So I am now going to dump a bottle of Octane Boost, the full thing, in, take a drive around. It's about 3-4 miles down there, and there's some speed bumps and stuff down there which will help, down by the golf course, which will help mix everything around, and we'll come back and we'll do the same thing again. One bottle of Octane Boost. All right, so I'm gonna drive around, mix this crap up, and we'll see what happens in a few minutes. Okay, here we go again. Okay, that was number 2. I don't know what the difference is. I couldn't read that while I was filming and driving. Anyway, we're gonna, same spot again. We're gonna dump in another bottle of Octane Boost, and bottle number 2. And we'll try it again. I'm gonna drive around again. I think that was about 7-8 kilometers last time. Back in a bit. Okay, bottle number 2, empty. And in the back, got one more left. I have no idea what that last reading was, but we'll both be able to see it once this video's done. Time to take another drive. Okay, I just reviewed the last video, last 2 videos. The first one with no octane boosters showed a spark retard of 6 degrees, from what I could see. And the second one showed a spark retard of 3-point-something degrees, on average across the 4 that we're showing down there. No idea what that means. But anyway, we've got the second bottle in now. So again, I got to drive around. There's so many people walking their damn dogs up there this time of day. I've like had to do laps to make sure I don't scare the crap out of dogs and horses, and God knows what else is going to be out here today. Anyway, at least it's a beautiful day for it. So second bottle is in, and I'm going to be mixing it now, like driving around to mix it up, and we'll be back. Okay, coming out with third try. So this one will be with the second bottle of STP in it. Again, like before, a lot of wind, a lot of glare. Okay, gonna punch it. Going around the corner, it fell off my lap. So we're going to be dumping the third bottle in. Now, something to note, each one of these bottles is about $4.50, and I'm using them to treat half a tank of fuel. Reason for half a tank was I wanted to make sure it could slosh enough in the tank and mix it properly. So basically each one of these bottles will treat 80 liters, and there's probably about 40 liters in the tank. So they're basically getting a double shot each time. It's the same as adding 2 bottles to a full tank. So last bottle we're gonna dump in now and do the roundy round and do this for one last time. Okay, mixer up. Driving to mix the fuel in, or the STP Octane boost in every time I've dumped it in. This is the Friday Harbor Resort that's still under construction. These are all $1 million to $1.5 million canal front summertime condos for people. Some people live here all year long. These are all beautiful. They're on canals with their own boat dock, and absolutely gorgeous in the summertime. If anyone ever wants to come down to Friday Harbor Resort, I'm not I don't work for them or anything. It's just a beautiful area in my backyard that's nice to come down to. Beautiful 5-star restaurants. It's just a gorgeous place. But yeah, I'm just going to go to the end of the road up here and turn around. And since it's windy and stuff, I've been able to mix the STP in with the fuel and hopefully take enough time to get it all. This one guy that I've passed like 6 times probably thinks I'm stalking him. But yeah, it's on the tip of Big Bay Point off Lake Simcoe. Absolutely gorgeous. Show you when you come up to the end up here, you'll actually be able to see the Harbor View restaurant and water park and everything built into the resort. This has been being built for probably about 10 years now. Oh, someone's out here. I don't know if he's taking a leak. I don't know what this guy's doing, but anyway. That's the end of the road, the marina. Yeah. There's a big marina and inland. It's a big bay with boat slips and all kinds of crap. It's really nice. Anyway, this is how I've been mixing up the fuel. I just figured I'd waste some time and tell you about it. Okay, we're coming around to start this the last time. The sun is getting really low. Obviously, we're facing west. So here's our construction sign. And this is essentially the equivalent of 6 bottles of Octane Boost, STP Octane Boost, in a full tank. Punching it, and then we're gonna go straight to the gas station. Exact same point we did before. So, okay, you can shift now, car. Yeah, I know you think we're still, there we go. So now I'm gonna go fill up with premium, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna fill up with the rest of the tank with premium, and we're gonna do one final run for what it's worth. With the premium in there, so you can see the difference with half a tank of premium on top of this Octane boosted regular that's in there right now. So back in probably about 20 minutes. Okay, I just filled up 2 seconds ago, just pulled out of the gas station with 91 octane premium. And now I'm just going to leave it on the map on the OBD section where it shows the knock sensor at the top. So when it says no, that means knock sensing is not enabled. When it says yes, that means that it is retarding timing due to knock. So there's no way that the premium that I just put in 30 seconds ago has gotten into the tank. We are just running on regular with essentially 6 doses of STP octane boost. And I'm just pulling away from a light throttle, and the knock sensing is enabling. Foot off the throttle. You can see I'm driving like 50 kilometers an hour, slight downhill, no foot on the gas right now. Gonna give it slight throttle. Slight throttle is enabling knock sensing and retarding of timing. So not a good promotion for the STP as far as I'm concerned. Again, the car will dial it back to 0. It will dial the knock back, dial the timing back till there is no knock. But up until then, you have knock, and knock isn't good. Knock is bad. It's very, very bad for your engine. So just accelerating slowly away from a light. Yes, it's retarding the timing. Let go of the throttle, back to no. Give it a bit of gas, up to yes again. So anyway, again, the premium hasn't had a chance to get into the fuel system yet. So in about 5 minutes, I'm about 10 minutes from home. In about 5 minutes, we will have some premium mixed in there with whatever's in the tank now, the regular with the octane boost, and we'll do that last uphill test one more time. Well, while I'm doing this octane test, I figured I'd do an update on Mercedes W163 ML 350 reliability. I bought this car almost dead on 2 years ago at 116 or 117,000 kilometers. When I got it, it needed 2 tie rods to pass safety inspection. That was the only thing it needed, the 2 outer tie rods, and of course an alignment when I changed the tie rods. Since then, in 83,000 kilometers, I've done nothing. I did replace the brake pads, oil filters, air filters, and oil changes. Other than that, I think I replaced front brake pads with ceramic to keep brake dust off. Rear brake pads, I think I might have done the front rotors as well, because they were probably the originals. I don't remember if I did the rotors or not. But essentially nothing other than an alternator. I did have that alternator problem. I don't know if any of you remember it. There was an alternator issue where the alternator, one of the alternator wires grounded out on a metal clip on the frame and killed my alternator. But essentially, I mean, 100,000 kilometers, almost 83,000 kilometers of driving, which is 50 some odd thousand miles on a 15-year-old vehicle. Zip, zero reliability issues, and it has never left me stranded. Even the alternator didn't leave me stranded. I managed to limp home with that in the dark. I got home. Yeah, everything works on this vehicle 100% perfectly. It's now 15 years old and just approaching 200,000 kilometers. So reliability wise, dead nuts on. I love this vehicle for that reason. It is my everyday go-to. I would get in this car and drive. I'd head down to California in 2 seconds without thought. I know I do take meticulous care of my vehicles. I check everything over once every couple of weeks. I look at everything, but still, it's dead nuts reliable vehicle. So yeah, just an update on the ML reliability, I guess, or ownership experience. This is my second one. The first one had 300 and some odd thousand Ks when I sold it, and that guy that bought it from me, he texted me probably about 6 months ago. Still has the car, still loves it, no problems. It eats a tiny little bit of oil, he said. Other than that, it's still going. It's probably around 400,000 Ks. So, you know, the ML is a great vehicle. The one thing I do have to do to this, I do have to do front lower ball joints. I think they're getting a little bit clunky. Yeah, other than that, you know, at 200,000 kilometers on bad roads, on a 15-year-old very heavy vehicle, you know, some $40 ball joints that take like 45 minutes a piece to do, big deal. Anyway, so we're gonna finish this octane boost test, and yeah, back in a few minutes with the octane boost test. But anyway, this is just an update on the ML reliability. This will be thrown in somewhere else. I'm just babbling. Okay, pulling up for our final test on premium. Once I put premium in to fill up the other half of the tank. Sorry, it's yeah, again, we're running into the west. Ooh, dirty windshield. Construction sign. Stopped. Ready? I'm gonna floor it. Honestly, seat of the pants, I can tell it's running better now that that regular is diluted mostly. Some of it with the octane boost, some of it with the premium that I just put in. But yeah, we'll go home, edit this, and take a look and see what the numbers show after each test. I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to say. But here in Canada, so a gallon of premium is, well, let's just go on 4 liters to a gallon just for a nice, easy, quick number to make it into a US gallon. At $1.12 I just paid per liter for premium. That's $4.50 for a gallon of premium. A gallon of regular is 94 cents a liter, is $3.80 a gallon. So essentially, if that octane booster actually worked, you'd have to dump like $12 worth of octane booster or more in order to get the same effect that what $8 worth of, you know, more $8 more cost or higher cost of premium to offset it, which, yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense. So what is it, 70, well, it's 70 cents a gallon more for 20 gallons, so $14. Well, that's if the 3 bottles of octane booster, which came out to like 14, but well, with tax, 15 bucks maybe for 3 bottles. They were on sale for $4.59. I think it was $4.59 a bottle on sale plus tax, so whatever. So maybe $15 for the 3 bottles. I get a 7 cent a liter discount on premium for using premium when I use my points card at that gas station. So, you know, when it comes down to it, the better gas mileage, because there's no ethanol in premium at the gas station I use. There's no ethanol, which is very hard to find in Canada. Only premium fuels have no ethanol. Ethanol gives you less miles per gallon and less power. So once it's all said and done, using premium gets me better miles per gallon. My car runs better. All in all, I think it's a wash. Premium, even if regular gas didn't make much of a difference, in running, which it does. There's a lot of knock with regular fuel. Even then, the savings in gas mileage it's not good enough. I mean, there's no point in running regular, in my opinion. Again, this will be yelled and screamed about, I'm sure, by tons of people. People will sit there and say, I've run regular in my Mercedes for years and never had a problem. Well, try some premium, see if you don't get better miles per gallon. If you get better mileage with premium, you're probably better off. So quickly reviewing the footage before I edit it, just looking at it on my camera. I can see that last run, there was no knock whatsoever. No knock from a dead stop. The exact same. I guess you just have to trust me that I don't sell premium fuel. I have no skin in the game, but there was no knock once I put the premium in. Again, it was only half a tank mixed with the octane boosted regular fuel that was in there. But you know, you'll see by the third run, or the fourth run, I guess, no knock whatsoever compared to the last three, where there was knock every single time. The worst knock was on regular fuel, and then it seemed to get less and less knock. But even with the octane boost, which was at, you know, double the concentration that it should have been for a full tank, would have been for a full tank, it still knocked. So, you know, on the last run with the octane boost, it was the equivalent of a full tank of gas with 6 bottles of octane boost in it. So I wasn't even thinking, the last video I made, I wasn't even doing the math right, because that would have been the equivalent of 6 bottles, and it still knocked. So 6 bottles at $4.50 a bottle, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Octane booster is not going to help you. Again, my opinion. Yell and scream at me. Subscribe, dislike, like, whatever you want. Leave comments, yell at me. All I can do is go by what I see, and what I feel by the seat of my pants. I would not put anything other than premium in these cars. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, thanks for watching.